Hello everybody, how's it going? This is Roku Okami and thank you very much for joining me on this lovely afternoon. We are diving back into everything and I'll do a quick recap of what I've done off stream, and we're finally starting our main factory. I've done a massive amount of cleanup the last couple nights and done a ton of prep work for the factory and stuff, like getting the main superstructure kind of in place and everything. So yeah, let's just jump right in and get right to it and stuff, because we've got, if you notice, yeah, this area is missing just about everything except for we just have these containers linked up to there and stuff, so that we have plenty, so we can utilize these things while we're putting the factory together and stuff. And now we have all the belts being belted off here. They're all coming over here, going down here, zigzagging along here, and coming over here. This one's coming in on it as well, and they're all feeding into our logistics receiving kind of area, which is underneath our gorgeous looking first two floors of the factory stuff, which is right down here going into these puppies. So then we can then pipe these over to all the crafting lines that we get to do now. And here is our factory. Here's the design I went with. I mean, it's still a square box. I know it's nothing super fancy, but at the same time it looks nice with the color schemes. I've got the metal pillars with the metal beams tucked in just to give a little bit of layer and depth to the build design and stuff. But I went through a lot of stuff trying to figure out how I wanted to go with this factory. It took me a while till I landed on this and stuff. And compared to our other factories, I've centered the door versus where before I had a door like there and another door over here. I centered it this time. Our main factory floor is a little bit bigger and stuff, because before the main floor came to an end like around here, and now the actual main floor will end more here, giving us more width to work with for all of our machines. And then our main bus line is just going to stick out a wee bit more now because we're starting it further down the line than what we used to and everything. But I'm hoping that I've made proper spacings and stuff, because I doubt I did. I never take into consideration that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can only fit 12 across here. Oh, that's gonna suck. Really need to be 16. Yeah. Well, 12. Even if I tuck one clear down there and another one this way, 12, that'd be 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it's still not gonna fit 16. Yeah, we'd have to move the door down some more, and yeah, we're not doing that. We will deal with that nightmare. We've got elevators in and stuff to move between our first and second floors. Technically, we do have third floor. It just is nothing at the moment and stuff, because I don't see us needing the third floor immediately. But hopefully we can fit everything in the allotted space that I am hoping for and stuff. Oh, at least that's what I'm hoping for, at least. Oh, but that should be a fair bit of fun and everything. Okay. But that's where we're building today, working in. Getting all the basic stuff done for this stream. That means getting at least all of our plates, rods. Surprisingly enough, steel pipes does fall under that as well, because we're using the iron pipe recipe. Also, let's see, the iron pipes, a few screws, not very many. I just want to have some on hand. And then, after that, it'll be doing the copper stuff and concrete. Well, there is our steel factory, all done and decorated. Our steel/motor factory, actually. Stuff, because we're going to be needing a ton of motors here soon, but we need to get modular frames in production first. And everything. Okay. There we go. But here is the steel factory. I kept it a straightforward black and white. Did just some basic trimming with the steel painted beams and stuff. Got all the windows in, everything. Got all the decorating and trimming done even on the inside stuff. But you come in, here's of course where our encased beams are being produced. I've got several loaders going to them just for faster upload capability and stuff. We've got 2 on here to make things a little bit easier for us. Then we've got where the steel beams are all being produced in here and stuff, because we're processing 3 belts of 480 coal and iron into steel beams. The first array is the array that will be transferred back to our main base and stuff. Right now I've just got a couple uploaders on it, or downloaders, I should say, because they're downloading it to the grid, and then these next 2 bays of course go forward and they produce our encased beams in here. And then of course this is where all of our resources are coming in for everything. All the iron, the coal, limestone, even copper, even quick wire. Because thank goodness, all those freaking hard drives that we went out for, I've got all the mission critical recipes that we need up to this point in the game. And I mean all of them. Over here we're producing the first array of steel pipes, because there's 3 of these rooms producing steel pipes. And then over here we've got our copper wire being produced for the rotors. Also the steel pipes also has an uploader here for us, so that we have them constantly on hand at the moment, even though we're not using a whole ton at the moment, but we are using some. Then we move up to the next floor. This floor all nice and decorated, and this is of course where we're producing the rest of the steel pipes. And then to the final floor. And now, oh, it's just all glass as you come out. Yep, because there's so much going on here. This is our motor floor. Go this way to access the actual room. And we've got, over here, we are using the quick wire sader recipe to produce our saders. And then over here, we are using the steel rotor recipe to produce our rotors. And then they've got a buffer here, a small buffer, in place, and then they feed over here, and then we have a total of 8 machines producing motors, 4 on each side. The resource, of course, being split here between the 2 different sides and stuff, and that gives us the ability to produce 5 times 8. Oops, wrong number. 5 times 8 of 40 motors per minute is what this factory is capable of producing. And then all that comes over here. Both sides then merge back over to here, and then into this container, as well as a downloader on top of it as well, so that we can make sure that we have motors on hand at all times. And we've got a ton of motors built up. But that pretty much covers that. I've done done more world exploring, especially down this way. I finally made it down to the blue Crater Lake, where eventually we will be setting up our ridiculous turbo fuel power plant down here. Just because there's so much sulfur, there's so much oil, and there's so much coal all nearby, which gives us everything we need. And I have the oil to heavy oil residue recipe now, and I have the packaged fuel recipe. So, yep, we're set there. I even have the modular frame, the heavy modular frame recipe that will make where we don't have to use screws for heavy modular frames as well. I even got it. And I got all of the pure recipes for the concrete, for the iron and copper and deuterium. And I still have 14 hard drives sitting back at my base and stuff in my chest in the hub for getting our aluminum ones that we're going to need. Especially the one that removes the need where it requires no, it will still require silica at the end of the processing chain, if I remember right. It just removes where we get the byproduct of silica, if I'm remembering correctly. Which, that part don't bother me. It's just it needing silica, and I understand why, because they're using silica as a flex item for the creating of the ignite of stuff. So in the byproduct of water, that don't bother me any, because we have the mod in here that gives us a fluid sink where we can just delete overflow. Or delete any liquid we want. It doesn't give us tickets or anything. It just gets rid of it for us, which is fine with me. But, yep, we are in pretty good shape. Now we just get to start setting up all this stuff. I was going to look and see if it was possible to move the elevator down one out of generalized curiosity. If their positions are actually where one could be down at this layer. So I have at least one that comes all the way down to the logist. Oh, yes, we do. We're removing that elevator. Yay, now we gotta adjust heights. Looks like it needs to go up another 4 meters. So this needs to go to 12. Yep. And then we just need to connect the power to it. Okay, step on it and see. Yep, we landed on the right height. Excellent. E. So then we need to add 20 to the next one. So this needs to be 32. Let's see if I got that right. Yes. Okay. And then the next one, this needs to be 52. There we go. Now this elevator can be rode all the way down to the logistics floor. Yay! Fortunately, we can't go clear down to the receiving floor. That's going to require other things, and my receiving floor feels like it's lower than it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it's about 8 or 12 meters lower than what it used to be sitting at. Let me go look. I can't change it now. I've already built it out too much. Probably at least 8 meters. 4 meters lower. Probably should have been up 1 higher. I mean, that's not horrible, but we'll figure it all out. We'll get it all straightened out eventually. This floor is right where I need it at, other than having to deal with this grass mound I hate, especially since it sticks out over here. But if I went any higher, it'd start making things a little more cramped underneath than I'd like. And I need plenty of room for moving all this stuff around and sending stuff that will be coming in up and, all that. If I remember right, this is where the main factory floor will end at this marker now. Yes, that's the new marker. We're going to just put up some quick guidelines for ourselves, just to make things hopefully a little bit easier. Oop, wrong button. I want this button. I just want some basic railings. I want the main factory floor, and I want paths at certain spots. Okay, I want a path along that edge. We want a double wide path down that way. Right as you come in. Which I'm not 100% that's going to happen now. And then technically, this is where we're going to end up with another double wide path. Okay. That kind of gives us some baseline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, that's 13 across. 13. If I added this, it'd be 14, 15 down there. So that means we're working with and if I could go out one more, Let's double count. Let's see if this is 13 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, we're so close to having what we truly need. But to be able to fit 2 lines of 16 across here, I mean, we could choose to not worry about where things line up along this back wall. And I really think that's going to happen. I don't know why I didn't hit G. Okay. Yeah, we'll just make things work. And forget about trying to the whole mainline logistics of the factory. We do, though. We actually do got to keep a 1 block gap here, though. I don't want machines against this wall. Against any of the outside walls. That's the only thing I care about. And we have to maintain a 2 block gap at the front for all logistical stuff going up through. Because we're probably going to end up having stuff flowing up and down and who knows what. But this should at least get us going on our baseline perimeter. Still need to build the blueprint maker yet, so that I can get my barrier blueprint made. We know it's going to require at least 32. 2 sets of 16 wide is what we want. So that'd be 32. We need to buy certain spacing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we really need our first main gap and everything right here. So we need at least 17 wide with a block in the middle. 17 because we're going to bring up and shoot down everything on a manifold. So this will be the true center of our... If I was going to rebuild everything, I'd have to move the doors to here. Oh, and I'm not. We're just going to deal with the doors being off-centered from the main line, I guess. Oops. And we're just going to only have a single wide path going down between everything. I'm not zooping out a whole ton of those right now. Okay, now 17 more. 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. This will help us. Hey, not too bad. That lined up here nicely. So I'm okay with it if it lines up nicely here. Because then we'll start our main bus line here. Oops, I dropped that down the... Oh, that was the right line. Yeah, that's 2 platforms. Good God. That works for me. The main bus line might be a wee bit more forward. No, main bus line's going to be right here. Let's go ahead and start getting some of that in place. Right there. And boom. 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 And this is why I made sure to have steel beams and pipes already on our system to refill. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I did do some more upgrades to our alien systems as well. And I have yet to figure out where or how I'm going to utilize digital storage, if I'm even going to. Because I can't figure it out. That is a mod I cannot figure out. Oh, I have spent a lot of time trying to figure it out. I was working on trying to figure it out before the stream. And that didn't work out at all. Oh. So, I do know to get anywhere in it, it uses a lot of elevator parts, smart plating, and versatile framework, and automatic wiring and stuff like that. For which that means we need to get that stuff being made and in our system, and that is why we're doing this for now. And really, I'm not seeing a true use for digital storage now. Thanks to having, that fall out of, ooh, these from here on down are out of alignment. I fell out of my positioning. For some reason, I did not notice that my line wasn't there. But yeah, digital storage, that's not happening. I was going to do that today, so I was doing just a little bit of pre-testing, trying to figure it out, because there's not a lot of tutorial videos for it, and I'm starting to see why. It is not really easy. It'd be better if I put them up here like this. That will spam the gap. Hit H and bring it down. Nah. I like them set back. If I wanted to truly hide these, I pushed the containers back more. But I do want the containers kinda visible. As we know, we're going to have input lines either coming over the top or coming down here and in to them. I should have built these all straight to the ceiling. I don't know why I didn't. I could have gone with the big pillars too, but I'm kind of fond of the small pillars now. They are quite nice for a lot of building. And I'm not going to be trying to hide as much of the infrastructure like I did in my other one. With the exception of the incoming logistics. But we do have alien technology maxed out on our upload speed, how fast it uploads items. So we have the full 240 upload. We can only hold 3 stacks of each item at the moment. But that doesn't bother me any. Okay. Just for a basic idea of what I'm thinking here. I'm going to come in with these in between, like this. Between each of these. And this will give us a very clean look. And then we'll come across the top here with a beam like this. Wish I had this stuff figured out ahead of time, but that's what I get for not fully planning everything out and stuff. But yeah, we'll get this done in no time. In a normal factory where you are not using using refineries, you only need a 4 block or a 4 wall segment roof. And then you can decide how you want to space your floor gap from there on. If you want a full 4 meter floor gap, or you could use some of the 1 meter walls and give yourself a 1 meter floor gap or a 2 meter. I always just go with the 4s. Just because that's what it just looks good, especially since the way I'd like to do my floor, using the steel framework and then putting a 1 meter concrete floor into the bottom of it, or into the top of it, I mean. and stuff so it looks supported, the concrete. Go ahead, put you in there like that. Might as well go ahead and, no, we'll just bring it to here for now. Okay, next up is we need to put in our little elbows. At least we've got our main bus line in place. At least I had the main factory design done. The exterior. Now we're just working on some of the basic interior stuff. Okay, we know these need to come out by 2 platforms for their initial pull-outs. Oh, this will be so much fun when I have to come back through with the aluminum and upgrade all these to 720s. And this is the whole reason why the steel factory needed to happen before we started setting in the main factory, because we wanted to have our 480s belt lines. Because I did this once before with everything with 120, and that was a big mistake, because the amount of tear down and rebuild that I had to do was insane and stuff. I'm like, I'm not making that mistake again. That's not happening. Okay, now we need to put in the platform that goes above all this. That's going to require me to put this here. This will be a full height beam. Actually, all these beams will be a full height. And then I just have to get the first of the little bitty platforms in place. Yay. Oh. We use so much steel and concrete with building. Steel, concrete, and silica are like the main things you go through a ton of, and then some iron sheets. Okay, now we need to grab these, but I want to Right there, that's the one I'm after. The thin steel floor frame. Then we just need to snap it. We need to first actually temporarily just put a wall right here like this. There we go. Then let's grab this and get this to the correct thing we want. There's what we're after. We want this here. We want it to be come down as far as possible. There we go. Boom. That way we can set our dimensional depots on this frame for our exporting. There we go. Now that's all situated. And then these beams back here, we will go ahead and drop anchors on. Okay, actually, we don't want to anchor on this one because we're aiming for a really clean out here in the main wall, main area. Okay, now we can yoink those off of there. And that will look so much better. Yeah, I should put a beam there, but nah, not gonna happen. And then we just need to put in this beam and then all the way across. All the way across. Create our connections up there. Getting this stuff situated now will make things a lot easier when we start pumping all of our bits over here. Oops. Really should have that there. It just looks so weird with that one having the nub there and these not having it. But, okay. There we go. That looks so much better. We got all these things ready to support their dimensional depots. I'm not putting a beam between each. That's not necessary. Wonder why this beam is here is to trim this edge. That's really the only reason for these beams across here, trimming the edge. But it does make it look like the beams are connected and they're helping hold up all this awesomeness. Okay, that takes care of that. This main area is looking good. So, now it's time to start setting up the nightmares of 50 million machines. Hopefully, with this being so wide, we can get everything in here and not have to worry about putting copper on the next floor down. But now let's begin by... Since we're not using fluids here at the moment, I'm going to override a couple things here. I need... Really, the only thing I need on my bar is the floor hole. And then, yep, that's set to output and going that way. Yay! Let's go and bring up our first line of goodies. And we're going to bring up another line of iron over here too. Okay. Now if I remember my math right, 480 divided by, they're going to make 30. Yeah, 16 smelters is needed for the first bit. Our first line will be busy making us our iron plates. The second line, which will go over to the other side. Oh, wow. Okay, couldn't ask for a better floral placement. Boom. I couldn't have asked for that to land in a better spot. Okay, that's going to be way too tight. The only way I'm going to be able to get that to snap where I'm wanting it to go is I need a... Let's put this here. Okay, we want to make this. Oh, I want to snap to that. Come on, snap to it. Okay, the only way it's going to snap to that is I need to actually run. That's the first thing. We're going to move it forward just a tad bit to here. And then we're going to put a belt and get our first belt off of there. Okay, now I need it to snap. I need it to shrink it down. Okay, that ain't gonna do it. Let's go ahead. It needs to be a little bit closer, I guess. Wrong button. Get these new buttons. Let's try here. Put a belt on it. Into here. Just like before. Let's see if we can get it to... Yes! There we go. That is what I was aiming for. Now we just got to run this belt straight down here to the other floor hole. Back it up to an actual foundation gap. Ooh, walked off into this the pit. Ooh! Walked off the platform. Jiminy. Let's go ahead and zoop out another big old platform here. There we go. It will need to be here anyway eventually. Eventually this whole platform will go completely over to there anyway. Because we gotta bring the quick wire over. And there we go. Our first 2 lines of iron are good to go. The next 2 lines will be used for making steel pipe. One's for rods, and one here is for rods, and one is for steel bars. I can't believe this line right up. Honest to God, I did not. That was no trying there. How perfect that happened. Oh, I do need to drag. That's gonna drive me nuts. These 2 pillars sticking through here. Like this. This pillar. I just need to... Ooh, okay, I see what's going on here. Yeah, that one's clipping down by half a foundation. Okay. No biggie. There we go. Just will look a little better. Oh, I still need to do the painted beams, but I'm not that concerned with those. Ooh, that don't go there. I put it too close. One too close. Oops. No wonder why. I only did a 1 block gap because my brain ain't working. Because these are 2 block gaps. There we go. Oh. Next time we're down here, we'll do the beams. Just to make it look consistent. And nice. Okay. Now that we got that all figured out, now we get to come up here, grab our splitters. We're not going to use that 1 mod anymore. Oh no, what we could be using is load balancers now. Thing is, the way they work is so awkward. Because I would need to put a load balancer here. Then another load balancer here, but see, I don't have it. I need an input to the chain. Output only. Oh, here's an input only. I wonder. Let's try something here. We're gonna experiment with the load balancer mod now. Input only. If I put this here, will it be able to connect to an output one that is positioned right here? Will they communicate? I know they gotta be. Okay, they're not touching, they're not locked. That was connected there. Does that lock link these two together? We're going to test it. Oop. That's input only. Damn it. I messed that up. Output module. Does that link them? Are they linked? We shall see. No, they are not linked. this module this way. That's what I get for not locking the hologram. But only there. H. Okay, that looks good. Now we're just going to redirect this and then just do this. Then we can put a, oh, that showed a connection. Oh gosh, darn it. And then I want to see if I can an output. Module like that. That output module did not connect. Why did you not connect? I saw those two interlink. Load balancer. I don't know why I keep doing that. There, got it to connect. Facing the wrong way. Now, if I put an output on here. Yes! There we go. Now we're getting... We're going to have it balanced as it comes up here. I want to check something. Is this one cheaper? They're both the same price. Still got ways to go. And these things are not cheap. But there we go. Now we have our load balancer all ready to go. Now let's jump in here, production, and grab our daisy chain smelters. And yep, you're right. No, the load balancer is not needed so much with the way this system works now, but I like having them. It is nice. Doesn't look as cool as, you know, everything zipping along the belts and all that fun stuff, but it allows me to balance these loads. Honestly, this line could stick with a manifold. It wouldn't hurt it. When load balancing really comes into play is when we get down to the copper line. But shoot, walk up and you see all this happening. Pretty cool, I won't lie. Okay, next things next. Let's connect our belts. Now, if these didn't have the smart input, it would really suck. Okay, there we go. Now we just gotta load the recipes up in these puppies, which is very simple. Iron. C, V. And there we go. These are now done. Next item up for bid is our constructors. We're going to not space them out quite that far. We'll go back to here. And if I'm remembering everything correct, it's a 30 to 20 ratio. Okay. And each of those babies behind them are putting out 30 ingots. Okay. And now we're doing iron plates here. There we go. Now we just gotta run through the back here and connect the belts. Okay, let's go ahead and connect. our power real quick like. Like that. There we go. Ooh. Okay. And now that first production line is now ready to rock and roll. I'm quite happy. Now we just gotta bring this line, do all the mergers. So we could actually do another load balance merger line if I really wanted to. Oh, we don't want to do that. We want these mergers placed more specifically out at a little bit more specific point right here is where we want these puppies coming. Oh, what the hell did I do there? Okay, that now has all that taken care of. And there we go. That line is done. That is the plate line. Okay, next thing we want to do is rotate you, get you lined up, reverse your direction so that we can zoop you up to the ceiling, rotate, and boom. The next thing, we're going to bring you over. Oh, we want straight mode. Thank you very much. And bring you to here. Then we're going to connect this pipe. Zip it up to the ceiling, pull it back. And turn around here so we can see and connect. And there is our first line coming over. I should have put a ceiling hoist right here too. Ceiling bracket right there. And there's going to be another one right here for the bars coming over. And then one right there. So we can go ahead and make this belt. go. Yay. Into there. Okay, then we want to do something crazy here. We want to put concrete walls like that. We're hiding these pillars behind the concrete walls. But that's fine. Okay, I want to see. Okay, those are not going to line up that way. I was afraid of that one. Okay, let's see if I put this here. Okay, what we're going to have to do different here. I'm going to tear these out real quick like. That is not going to work, but all is not lost because we have the advantage of being able to put a conveyor wall hole wherever we want to. I'm pretty sure that is the spot where it needs to be at. Okay, it won't snap unless it's detecting an input. Now, it should be detecting an input. And there we go. It won't snap to those type of wall holes. We'll try the other wall hole as well. The plain conveyor wall hole instead of the hooded. Did it snap to it? It looks like it may have snapped to it. There's not an easy way to find out if it did or didn't. But it looks like it did. The accordion did. Oh, it didn't. I still need to put a belt in there. Okay. There we go. Well, at least that way we can keep this area looking pretty nice and clean. We'll just put a wall up here. No, we'll keep it all covered up. There we go. There we go. Yay. We will end up with our lovely, this area pretty much open. But I just kind of want that looking like that. There we go. Okay, now let's go begin the next segment. Okay, we know we need to bring this up like this to be able to put it into our load balancers. Okay, let's go with logistics. Thank you. Come back to my lovely input only. We want this puppy right here. And then we have to, and it's facing the wrong way, of course. Okay, that goes there. But we want to switch it to input. Put that there. And then we need to switch to our spacing block. And then we have to immediately switch it to output. And then now we just go 1, 2, 3. When you're not targeting the main superstructure, now you can tell the difference. I just built one somewhere else. Yeah, I did. Don't know how the heck I managed that, but I did. Ooh, we had enough modular frames to get at least through that many of them. Ooh. Now we just need to quickly hook our belt up so our iron ore can start coming up. Okay, we just need to get you aligned. Nice. Remember when these things first, the load balancers first came out, they didn't have these spacers blocks, which really sucked. You just built literally a whole slew of this one here, just a whole ton of them, and you just pulled out wherever you wanted to. And it would pull out of each hole equally. Is what it would do. Okay, now for the constructors, and this is where I think we'll be using. I think we have to use shards in these puppies. Making rods. Yeah, normally you want to divide them, but we're trying to save space, so we are going to just overclock it. And to my advantage, as I was doing all my map exploring, trying to get more Mercer spheres to do the alien technology tree unlocks and everything, stuff, I gathered up a few slugs. And I mean a few that I found. And I died once. Yes, I died. I'm not gonna hide it or sugarcoat it or anything like that. I died trying to climb up a really high height and ran out of jetpack fuel before I could land. And then I went kersplat. Thank God I still had some tickets back at home so I could buy some more fuel. Because otherwise I would have been in bad trouble. I would have had to use solid fuel, and we all know solid fuel is good for the early game, the initial jetpacking around, but the best fuel is always the liquid biomass, or liquid biofuel. It lasts forever. It don't have the fastest lift. It's just the amount of time that you get is far superior. If you need to be able to ascend fast, then you want to use turbo fuel. Or regular fuel works okay, but it don't last very long. Turbo fuel is the much better option for a fast ascension. Ascension. Go grab some of our shards. It should be done now. Yep. There's 100 of them for us. Ooh. I would have to double up this line. And I'm not doing that. That's a lot of extra space that I'm just not willing to. I'm already also squeezing the machines together tighter than what I normally would. But I'm not like super squeezing them. I'm just doing it a reasonable amount of squeeze. Before I forget to do this, okay, we want to go straight up here. See, where is the best spot to come up to? Right there, possibly? Yeah. And then we'll just run right down here to here, and then do the jump there. Nope, we want to make the front to back connection at the end. And right there's our power, where it comes into the... Why are you being stupid? Okay, I was able to connect you straight up just fine. Dandy. Honey. Oh, that placed weird. There. When we're ready for everything to kick on, we will connect that. Which we're getting close. We just need to get all of these merger lines out. Now last time we went at this time we want to come up to here. One of the reasons why I did things a little bit tighter is because I'm trying to line things up. Did I line those ones down here up correctly? In the line. Actually, yes, I did. Good. Good. We are in good shape. I just gotta place all these boogers. That's a splitter. So, I need to replace that. I didn't put a merger there. I put a darn splitter there. Oops, that one was not in a line. Damn it! I could have sworn I hit F. Okay. Oops. That wasn't right. And there we go. We now have our rods and plates being produced. Now we can go ahead and hook up the power to everything and kick these first ones on. What happened? Why did those kick on and these aren't? Oh, I missed a connection. There we go. Now, those are all, yes, and yes, everything's powered. I just happened to miss that one connection. Well, at least now we are producing. Oops. We don't have these connected yet. My bad. And there we go. Now our iron bars are all heading down. Yeah, they got maxed out 489 iron bars, I'm pretty sure. These are producing 30 now. Yep, those are maxed out. Plates, we're only producing 20. I wish plates was a 1-to-1 ratio. That would be nice. There's just certain areas that don't make much sense. But that's something we just can't, there's nothing we can do about that one, unfortunately. Okay, we know screws goes in here. Then copper. Then, surprisingly enough, steel pipes actually come into play much earlier in the chain just because of everything. Oh! We kind of forgot a connection here too. There we go. This will also let me know if these things are working. That's working and that's working. Excellent. Now what we want to do is quickly run outside and destroy a few things. Yep, we're going to destroy our steel bar container and our not steel bars, oh my god, iron rods. Okay, let's destroy all that. Run back inside. Empty the rods into the big container. We actually don't need this here now that we're putting that wall across there. There, that looks better. Now, run up here, deposit all those. Wait, there we go. Let's go do the same with the iron plates, and then we'll set up the dimensional depots next. Oh. And there we go. And now toss those in there. Toss those in there. And there we go. Now we'll come around here. And get the dimensional depots put down for these two. Station, dimensional depot. And keep chow. And ka-chow. And there we go. And those two are ready to go. Now we got those lines all done and rocking and rolling. Time for the next one. This is going to be our screws and iron pipes getting made here along these two chains, or these two lines. Oh, so much fun. I may actually have to switch worlds to see how I did the setup in my other one. Just because I don't remember. Oop, and I need to change its direction. There we go. Now we just gotta bring our last 2 iron ores over to these puppies. This one is going to go this way to the other one. And there we go. Oh, I forgot that these are awkward, to say the least. That I need the belt to be strapped right here. To bring these up to the ceiling in the right spot. Okay, now I do need to go ahead and reconnect that one like that. And then do that. And yep, it's all flowed back out. Excellent. Okay, let's see. Does this one need... it is going to need one tiny belt extension to there. And there we go. Now those are set. Easy peasy. For a change. Yep. That was not too bad. And like I said, the next time we came down here, we would fix these. Just so that they don't look disjointed. And there we go. And then the next time we'll paint them. So that stuff looks connected. I mean, I've ran all those beams all the way down on all the other areas. The gold is just such a nice accent with the black and gray. Makes the building look fancy. Okay. Now, like I said, we may have to do a save and go look at my other world. Let's start off by just looking at this here. If I remember right, I think I cranked these up to 30 output. Or something. No, I set them to where the input was 1, or did I turn it down to 60? I think I turned it down. Actually, underclocked to 60 on their inputs. I know it worked out like perfectly. Okay, we're going to quickly save game. Wow, this will be our 13th time that I've saved myself, manual saved. Okay. And we're going to go back to main menu. And we'll jump into the non-modded world. Okay, continue. Load game. We're going to load this one. It looks like the last time I did anything with it, it was an autosave. Okay, load world. I don't remember where I logged out at. I did log out at the main factory. Yay! Okay. Gosh, this place is so different compared to what we're working with now. Because you can tell I didn't have any building skills here. And stuff. It's so much, the other factory's so much cleaner. Okay, we're here to look at how I did the steel pipeline. We'll run along the roof here. I think this is it. Oh no, this is bars. I did actually split these. Here's the steel line. Okay. Let's see, what are we doing here? I have two machines at the very beginning producing screws, overclocked to consume 15 and 15. Okay. Then I'm merging 3 and only dialed it back to 90. Okay, that's what I did different. Okay. Yep, that makes sense now. That's why we got not 1 but 2 lines going here off the steel. So if this is taking 30, and then yeah, the first 30, yeah, this line at least stick out longer. 2, the steel lines went out 1 foundation further. Okay. For which we can undo all that, change that method by, let's see, this didn't get overclocked. This is still just producing 30. And then these are overclocked to take 15. But the difference that what we can do differently. Oh no, what makes is overclock this to take 30 and input a 30 instead of dividing it between 2. Yep, that will work. Okie dokie. I still need to make these for our world. Or I just need to transfer the blueprint. Copy it over to the other world file. But, yep, okay. Let's just exit main menu, confirm. And we will reload our modded world. Load. Solo modded stream. Yep. This one, yep. Load. Okay. Now we know how we're doing it. The only thing I do want to check on, I don't know why I didn't do it that way over here. I need to actually put down a power pole so that we can be able to check our power systems in here. Right now, we're just running No power poles. Kick everything back on. Okay. There's the little spike in the power grid that just happened there. But we are using 4,000. Yeah, we got tons of leeway. Okay, now we want to set up our load balancers. Main difference is we're going to have two lines coming down this way, and we're going to want to merge those two lines in the stuff down. Merge both of the output lines that are going to happen here. That's not that big of a deal. Load balancer, input only. H, so I can see where I'm at. Move back. There we go. One. Output, rotate. One, two, three. Output. 1, 2, 3, and output. And we are now out of heavy modular frames. Not a big deal, because we can craft everything necessary to do them super quick and easy. Okay, as we know, we can make these guys super quick. And we're going to need tons of these to make more heavy modular frames. And the nice thing is we can really ramp them up. And while we're letting this do this for a second, I'm going to step away real quick for a drink. I am very thirsty. Okay, I'm back. Now we can let frames get made real quick like. We're going to need tons of these boogers. Let's go ahead and get rid of this extra ores that's gotten in our pocket. Ooh. But these modular frames are huge right at the moment, because those are things that we need. Quite a few of, since we're using those load balancers. Okay, that should do us for a bit. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, at least this just ensures that everything gets equal amount of their goodies and their supplies. Wow, still got. There we go, finally, the last unit. At least we got those all done there. Now we just need smelteries again. Now we also know we're going to have to do merging. So this will take up a little bit more space this time, because we have to now merge outputs of 3 of these for a single constructor. And I just built these all backwards. Come on, Roku. Jeez. Oh. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact it didn't have the moving line. I just saw lines. Oh. My neighbor's son, he is being a fussy one today. Oh. Every so often you might hear the faint sound of crying in the background. That would be my neighbor's kid. And stuff. Our walls are pretty good at cutting out sound between each other's places, but when it gets to a certain point, there's just no cutting it out. And there we go. Now let's get our belts connected. Okay, now we actually have to come up here, grab a merger, put it right here. Okay, now we get to, I need to do this first. I always try to do, I was getting ahead of myself, and I need to get, I hit my space bar at some point. There we go. That will make things a wee bit easier. Okay, now in front of this one. At least we don't have to worry about the stators and rotors needed to produce motors in mass in this location, where we had to worry about that before. And that really chewed into our pipe production. And we only make screws for if something down the line may require them. That's the only reason for making the screws. Otherwise, we wouldn't be making any. And the fact the stupid awesome shop requires screws to build it, which makes absolutely no freaking sense that it needs screws, but we deal with it. Actually, can I bring it back to match? Oh, we're moving them back. Yeah, we want the whole platform in front of them completely free. I forgot that these things can be pretty tight. I learned a lot of things with how tight some of the things can be. Okay, now we need cast screws. We are going to shard. These up to the point where it requires 30. We only can dial it back just a teensy bit. Okay, 29.99. Okay, we need to just turn this to 30%. And no, to 40%, my bad. There it is, 240. 30. Bam, and we're producing 120 per minute. We'll be producing a total of 240 screws. Not too bad. Now these need to be dialed back to where it's using 90%. So I just need to put this to 90%. Control C. And then we can just run down here and paste all these boogers. And that saves a ton of space. Now we just gotta do our two output lines. First one being the screws, for which that one will just drop a merger here, rotate it to its positioning. Then we just need to put in this. But we're not going clear to the ceiling with it this time. We are just going to go up by 2 notches, because it will then come over, go over. Actually, this one could go up to the ceiling. That's my bad. This one can go up and then rotate like so. And then it will just go straight down and then connect to this side of this merger on that side. And then go back across the ceiling into where it belongs. Okay, next up. Mergers over here. And hit H to make sure I'm in the right spot. Yep. Oh, we still needed to go one. Ooh. Which one did I... How did I place 2? That's weird. There we go. Now, did I don't remember. Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. One thing, when we get to the Satisfactory Plus playthrough, that one's going to be a total nightmare because it requires so many screws. And I mean so many screws. And this one will just come pretty much right across here and right back down. That one's not going to travel very far. Okay. We've got that line done. We just need to run the power for the constructors. Get them all linked up. And there we go. They now all have power. Now we just got to do the same, repeat this pattern over here. Yay me. Okay, I did already. Get that put down. So let's just quickly grab our input only load balancer. Let's see. Yep, I figured that wasn't quite where I wanted to be. And boink. Okay, and so just the default, so it can have a nice curve around. And then we just grab you. Go here. Oh, I did the wrong button again. Output, rotate, and boink. 1, 2, 3. No, it's right. Okay, good. one. Ooh, we just had enough to get the steel line all set up. Yay. Oop, I grabbed a power line. I didn't want a power line. I wanted to grab daisy chain smelter. And this time, I'm going to make sure that I put it down correctly from the start. Oh, I hate when I do that stuff. Accidentally misalign something or put it down facing the wrong way. Saw a video where a person was making a blueprint and they put everything down wrong on their blueprint. And they didn't realize until they had already built half their factory stuff, and then when they went to start connecting everything, they're like, oops. There we go. Those are all connected across. Now we just need to come up here, set these to iron, and do our copy and paste shenanigans. Okay, like before, we need to do the mergers in front. And then 1, skip 2, skip 2. Okay, I did put that in the right spot. Skip 2, skipped 2, good. Skip 2. Skip 2. There we go. Now we can just start connecting these. Come on, connect where I'm wanting you to connect to. Jeez. Oh, I forgot to pause time again. I'm like, it's getting dark in here. This is when you can tell that the lumens are not turned on. Let's see what it looks like if I do come in here. Under video, advanced, global illumination, medium, apply, confirm. That ain't doing diddly. That made things worse. Okay. Options. Those are not putting out actual light. Apply. I gotta figure out how to get these things, the commands, and I gotta redo half of these lights anyway, because I need the main row of lights. Actually, was supposed to be down the center, so we're just gonna remove all the extras in here, and we'll figure out from there. But until then, Control L. Let's bring it up to noon. Remove the fog. And then we can continue with our build. Okay, now right there. Yeah, I gotta actually pay attention to my placing here. Oh, did I connect those over there? I will have to check that. I don't think I put these belts in on the other side. No, I put that one in, but I have a feeling, nope, I did not. That would have been a surprise when I'm like, why isn't this one side producing steel pipes? Ooh, that one would have been quite a surprise. Just like, why isn't that screws exporting? Ooh, okay. Now we gotta program these, which isn't that hard. Because we just need to turn it down to 90. And then hit Control C. And quickly run through these. Okay, that's all those done. Now we need to go in here, cast screws, fill this up, crank it up, and then dial it back to 240. And there we go. Now we're set. You can take in 30. And you're going to give it 30. Yay! Okay, now it's merger time. Put you there, and then you need to come up to here. Here, there. And then we need to put this here. And like so. And then you're connecting there. You're coming with me. All the way across the ceiling to here. And then you're coming with me again. As far as you can come. Boom. Okay, now this one goes up and then comes down. And that connects. And that will merge all of our screws into their final output right here. And then we come here, boop, boody, boo. The right one. Yep. Take this up, pull it down, rotate like so. And then we just connect you to there. And then now we can merge all of the steel pipes into a single belt line. And there's that. Oh, nope, one more. There we go. And we are now situated with everything. Now we just need to hook up the final output lines and the power for these constructors. Now, we could jump. And I think we will jump again. Oh, I didn't go far enough. I only went 2, and I need to go to a third one. Third one. There we go. Ah! Got myself stuck in the middle of the loop there. Okay, there we go. Now, when we bring the power connection forward over there to this row, all of these will kick on at once. Or at least they should. In theory. Oh, did I connect this to the right machine, though? Which one did I connect it to? I forgot to connect it back. Good. Whew, there we go. Now, we just need to bring over these 2 lines. Okay, we want to bring them to here first, which is where the wall will be. Okay, now screws, you're going to turn right down to this lane. You'd think I'd run the steel pipes all the way over to where steel pipes should be. Nope. Everything gets run accordingly so that it doesn't mess up the logistics. That's the last thing I want to do, is mess up logistics. Okay, now we come back up here. Quickly just throw a few of these walls up. And we need to try to get the wall hole unit right there, like so. I know it looks like it snaps, but it is not snapping to that at all. Unfortunately, we still gotta put a connection there. Now, the only thing that I need to dispose of on the other side is the screws this time around. So let's go destroy our screw system that we have set up out yonder, or I should say just the unit that has screws in it, and the dimensional depot. Ah, there we go. Let me jump. Goodbye, screws. Didn't even have the lift feeding the screws up into it anyway. Didn't even realize that. And we need another Mercer sphere. Oh. Let's quickly see if we can find one or two. You're gonna see some prep for future, for coming over here to go after for fuel. Oh, I know I've collected a large chunk of these spheres over here, but I'm hoping that I can just find one quickly. now that I've got the scanner. I've also collected a ton of the slugs from over here. Oh, we do have one. Got a hit. Oh, there's one down in here that I missed. Yeah, right there. There we go. Yay.
I have something for you.
I need to make more gas mask filters. Soon we'll have a factory that does it. Oh, I'll take this too while I'm here.
The last note is yours to play.
Your symphony resonates. Your tapestry patterns beautifully.
Thank you. I worked very hard. I am organically transmitting the data package now. Any adverse effects on my blood will not corrupt its contents.
We hear this learning song.
See you on the other side.
It is time to tango.
I just can't believe I missed that one that was in there. It's so easy to overlook them. That's why grabbing the scanner is always handy. But we'll be utilizing these oil pack. What? Another one over here? Okay, that I missed. Ooh. Okay, it's underneath. Okay. Not one over in this stuff. We'll grab this while we're here. So it must be above me over there. Must be up near the spicy rocks. What's this? Impure iron node. Yep, it's up here at the top of the spicy rock hill. I gotta get, too close to those spicy rocks. Any goodie up on top of this hill? Or have I already collected this goodie? I think it was a purple slug. Can't believe I missed this yellow one down here. But we'll grab it on the way back home. Oh, another yellow over here. Because when I got this one. There's a couple more Mercer spheres. So that we should be in good shape now. I just need to grab a few more SAM fluctuators. I think I've got those in here. No. Oh no, I've got them on me. Okay. Is that all of them that I have? Yep. Okay. Well, let's head back. Now that we can get our screw and steel pipes on the upload. Okay. Now, we want to dump all these screws in there. The system will update and make it sign. There it goes. Nice not having to put signs on them now. Okay, now we just got to put down our uploaders. Oh, we're out of frames. Why does that not surprise me? But we're not running clear to the hub. We're just going to come over here to the main walkway. And then we're just going to save a little bit of walking time and drop a bench. Okay. And make a few more of these boogers. We don't need a whole lot more. Oh no, we're going to need more. Oh, what am I saying? I know we're going to need more. A ton more. But now it'll be much easier to manually craft all of these because we'll have screws on hand in order to make more of these. And these aren't too bad to make a whole ton of. They don't take ridiculously long. Okay. The main thing is just how fast the screws upload. That's about the only bottleneck. But I can always grab a whole ton of screws and just zip them a whole ton out at once. Okay, there we go. Here's our pipes. Now that's all hooked up and ready to receive. Let's go power on the second section of the factory. Which is just a matter of coming up here, grabbing this, no, grabbing this one, coming down here to right above our system, and connecting. Now, all of this should be lit up yellow and greens. I see all yellows and greens, yellows and greens. Why aren't those lit up? Oh, lovely enough, because I did not connect these belts. There we go. Now everything's cooking. This is hilarious. It's just going zoop and right back down. Just so then it can merge with all these. But hey, it gets the job done. everything runs nice and neat. And it's all heading over there. And we are producing, we've got, what, over here? It's 4 and 4. Okay, so 8 of these. So, we have 22.5 times 8, 180 pipes per minute. Not bad. As well as a little bit of 240 screws per minute. Now it's time for the nightmare. Copper. And this is going to be just one copper line feeding both of these sides to create the copper wire production. That is what is crazy about this one. Oh. But we are definitely moving forward and doing everything. Let's go ahead and get these set up. At least now we're moving on to copper. That's a huge benefit. Oh, I forgot. We can go downstairs through here now. We don't have to go outside. I keep forgetting that now. That elevator actually comes down to this floor. Okay, now we gotta bring all of our copper lines up to here. First, that means we need to expand this Ooh. I didn't have Zoop on. I'm not out to make a huge platform right now. I don't know how I managed to... I didn't quite manage it. That first Zoop was bigger than I realized. But because we have a whole ton of machines uploading concrete for us, we're in good shape. I'm not too concerned with them at the moment. I'm more concerned when we run out of concrete. That will happen eventually. Yeah, that one's facing in a different direction because we're going to put a splitter on here. We're going to put the input facing that way. We're going to output going this way. That was weird. Okay, a little bit too long yet to be able to reach to there. There we go. This is our platform line. So we need to bring you to here. And then bring you all the way down to... Bring you to here. And then to there. Then we just boink. And there we go. Now our first copper line is hooked up. And like I said before, we'll grab our paint. And we'll get these painted. And there we go. Those last little details are done. I want to renumber this one. I want this. Can I? Oh, you can't renumber them. That's stupid. It'd be great if I could just rearrange to have a negative floor, a basement level. You know? There's a few things I could do to make that better. Oh, looks like we're full on iron plates now. Iron plates, iron rods. We're filling up pretty quick there. And this is coming along. But now we need to make a whole ton more modular frames real quick. We need to make a whole ton more of these. While that's happening, I'm going to step away for a second. Actually, I'm going to make sure I have plenty of screws in my pocket. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a drink again. Okay. And I got us 165 frames made real quick like. So now we can get back to our loveliness of building all this stuff. Am I that close, or have I been doing it on? Yeah, okay. I'm like, what's the spacing I've been using? Right here, let's hit H. See if yep, I'm centered. Ka-chow. Now let's switch to our block, switch to our output. Right there, voila. And now back to our block. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, these actually need bigger spacings, because we're going to be feeding 1 into 2 assemblers, if I'm remembering correctly. Let me just quickly look at this. Wire. Yeah, 1 into 2 is our methodology with this. So these actually get even more spaced out. So they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 between. And then we put the output. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should have ended on this platform. Where am I off? Here. Smelter. Skip. Smelter. Skip. Smelter. Skip. Smelter. Skip. Smelter. Skip. Smelter. Skip. Then this should be a smelter. And then skip. Oh, there is one more smelter there. That's where I'm getting myself confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. And this should now be 8. Outputs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Okay, we're back in good shape. Make sure I put this facing the right way. Okay, and then we just want to not forget to connect these again. There we go. Now, I can come up here. Now it's copper. There we go. Next up, we're putting in a splitter this time instead of mergers in front of these puppies. Yeah, I could use a ton of shards and do a whole ton of overclocking, but that would also eat into our power grid too. And when we don't have to do that, we shouldn't. When you don't have to overclock, don't. It's better to underclock than overclock. Or match the outputs by merging and splitting. And stuff. Try to avoid relying on overclocking. That is the key secret to this game. Only overclock when you need to overclock. Okay. Now we have 16 of these guys. So 16, let's do in 16 times 30. Oops, wrong buttons. Is a 480. So that is our wire production. All taken care of in this one build. So what are we going to build over here? We're doing sheets. Because we don't need a two-stage processing. Well, this is actually technically two-stage here. Did I miss a wire back here? And we gotta come back from you to here. There's that. Now we just gotta put in these belts. There's all that connected up. Yay. Now we just gotta do the merging line. Oh, we don't want to do this just yet. Control C. V. 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 Okay, and everything's programmed to make wire. There we go. And now that's all good to go. Well, we gotta connect all these outputs. Okay, now we gotta figure out what we're gonna do here next. Oop, that wasn't the item I was after. I need this so I can. If we go with copper sheets, they require 20. Each thing produces 30 per minute. Takes 2 to fill 3 units. Oops, that one was in the wrong spot. To fill 3. Now this is where load balancers come into play. But I would need to use the standard original load balancer. Oh, here it is. We need to put you right here. And then you right here. And then I could do an output only right there. And then finally the connector. Okay, this one did not get in the right spot. Or no, that one got in the right spot. This one didn't get in the right spot. Okay. Let's just use connectors to bridge the gap. 3, and then we'll output only. And then 3, and then this one here. Okay. That would mean the next one would need to be built here. Then skip. And then here. Then skip. Nope, nope, nope. Don't skip. Like this. Then skip. Okay, how many is that so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Skip. And there's the 8th one. There we go. Yay. See, it's not going to take up a whole lot of space for the copper sheet production, per se. Let's grab load balancer again, but we need the input only. Rotate. Inch. Make sure I'm in the right spot. Alright. And ka-chow. Now we gotta turn off. Might help if I'm in the right. There. There's the rest of that coming in. Then we gotta build all these modules. But this, between these two, it will split it evenly on all these outputs. And that's what we're after. That is one of the reasons where the load balancers come in handy. Ones that are spaced the way I want them spaced. That's why I like the modular load balancers so much better versus those other ones that I was trying. Ooh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we need output module. 1, 2, 3. And then output module. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Output module. Then 1, 2, 3. Output module. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3. Oh, we don't need them. And there we go. Yay! Now we got everything balanced for these to come across. There we go. Now we get to start building all these modules. Oh, it doesn't look like it's... It's joining to that module, but not this mod. Ugh. I was afraid of that. Means I have to build them. I can't make two separate modules become one module. Okay. I get it. I get it. I've learned my lesson. This is all one module. Good. That's good. Okay. Okay, let's hook our power through here now so that I don't forget. There we go. Power lines and belts are all connected. Recipes are programmed. Double check the number of furnaces I'm working with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, this area comes up. Great if I had enough for one more. Had enough ore coming in for one more node. One more system. Just to fill this last gap here. That's quite frustrating. Oh wow, it's a 4 foundation gap. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Yikes. Oh, we'll just deal with it. We're producing copper sheets. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of these boogers. And we're going to end up actually with another array of copper sheets right in front of it again. Yeah, I know. Because if I remember right, I mean, this is going to wire, and then how much wire then needs to go to cable? 60 to 30. Oh, no. Nope. To get a full 480 of cable, we need both lines. Once again, okay. So, yeah, that's a whole nother ball game. This is what little bit of copper we're producing, which isn't good. We actually need more, but we also need a ton of cable as well. Oh. Where I wish I had another belt of copper coming in. But there isn't any that we can really utilize. only thing we can do to compensate is we could sloop these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have, and they produce 10 per minute. So let's do that math. 12 times 10. I know I could have done it in my head 120. I'm an idiot. And we really need twice that. Because once we start making circuit boards, we're going to be tearing through that. And AI limiters and all that stuff, sort of stuff, once that stuff gets going online. But 12 sloops? That's a lot of sloops to have to burn through. I've got them, but I was planning on using 10 of those for the power augmenter. Really need more copper ore, to be honest. I mean, I know where one is right away. Right down here, that one. Another one way up there. Then more in a decent range. Only one is over there, an impure. That's normal. An impure wouldn't give me what I need. Only a normal or a pure. We may have to do AI limiters and stuff, but we need them now. We may have to set up an AI limiter factory somewhere. AI limiters, forget what they require to make. Okay, Caterium. Yeah, we can make that work somewhere else. I know where a good Caterium node is, right over in the desert there. So we'll live with what we've got going on here. Okay, mergers. And this needs to be in this position. Oh, I should have started placing at the end. It always works better if I start down here. Because then I can just walk backwards. And every time the line shows up, just click. And there we go. Yay! Now we can hook our belts up. Yeah, we're putting in another bay because we're going to future-proof ourselves once we can get a Mark III down here on the copper node that's feeding this belt line. Once we can get it Mark III and get a higher output coming, we'll be set. There we go. Let's grab these. I just need to program these to be copper. And once we can get a higher amount of ore coming in here. Otherwise, some of these are just going to kind of spitter on and off. I don't care. It will work. Okay, now we just need to connect the power jump over here. There we go. And that line's connected to the back. Now we just need to... Ooh, are these guys all powered up? No, they are not. There we go. And now I can connect you to there. And then we can come up here, grab this post, bring it down to here, and bring it into here, and ka-chow. Why aren't those? Oh, we never connected the ore line here. Okay. That would do it. That would do it. Now we just gotta get our outputs. Go in here. Okay, first stop. Oh, these conveyor belts is here. And then we gotta come to here. Oh, that's floor hole I need. And there comes the copper wire. And then we're gonna have those three things coming over here soon. Okay. Might as well go ahead and get these all connected here real quick like. There we go. Now we can easily come over and, oop, I already was on the belt. Get all that hooked up. Yay. That's all good now. This is the next line that we're running out here. Okay, now let's just get this set up. And there we go. Now we can go and empty some bins. Again. And set up dimensional depots. I wonder if I can pick up everything. Yes, I had enough inventory space to grab it all. Good. You're next. Now that we've got that done, we are in really good shape. I don't know why I came going that way. I need to dump this stuff in these bins. Boink. And boink. There we go. Our screw bin is just slowly chugging along. It's not getting a whole lot of screws per minute. You know, only 240 or something like that. Actually, it's getting none at the moment. That would explain why it didn't seem like it was going up, and it should. There goes our copper sheets. Okay, good. Oh, but there we go. That's pretty freaking good. We will do the second part of the copper and the stone, and then we'll go ahead and finish up the rest of the bins. Okay, good. Now, let's just get this do concrete in the next video, in the next stream, but we are going to take a short break here and be back in probably about an hour and stuff. So, but we accomplished a ton. We've got half of the basic stuff done and going again. We do need to quickly just put in our 2-dimensional depots up here. Like so. Connect them. So that we have our stuff on tap. But there we go. We're coming right along. And we got buttload of space left. Oh, that's so nice, having this much space left. I'm glad I went with a much larger floor plan. This is making things so much easier. Because then we've got concrete that's going to be going down here. And we'll start in on some of our other parts and stuff. Which will be really nice to get them going. And then soon we'll have to get our quartz and Sam over here. And all that going too. Yay. But I'm not ready to start dragging out the main bus yet. Just because of space. But this is so nice. And running things high is very nice. It keeps the ground level from being cluttered, but yet you can see the factory doing its thing. And that's nice. Everything's getting made and sent over to these bins. Between streams, pretty much the only thing I'm going to do is let stuff build up and make a whole ton more modular frames. But this is where we're going to end it with this stream. We'll be back again in about an hour and everything. And then we will continue again there in about an hour. And then we'll get the cables done, concrete done. Then we'll get our reinforced plates going. Reinforced plates, rotors, and modular frames. Stuff. But at least in the next one, we're not having to we're not building our storage area or any of that sort of stuff. So we won't have any of that going on like right at the very beginning of everything and stuff. But we've come along quite a ways. But as always, if you're watching over on YouTube, feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment, turn on the notification bell so you know whenever I'm going live. And as always, everybody, it's been great. Have a good day. Have a good one.